Got a lot, and I mean a lot to talk about. But there is some good in this game, but obviously there's also some bad. So let's break down some film. What is up, Finn fans? Film Breakdown Tuesday. Hope you got your tacos. If you do Taco Tuesday, gonna be breaking down some film. I did not expect to be breaking down so much film. I got a few, right? I don't think it's gonna be a long film session. Normally, I do like an hour and then I have to cut it down and then try to fit things in and yada yada. I think we got a good amount to talk about, but I'm not gonna over exaggerate and show too much. And I wish this was a stylus and I have the pen pad here. My drawing would be better. Upgrade? Am I gonna upgrade to that? Quite possibly. But anyway, gonna talk about some things I noticed while breaking down the film, and then we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna get to certain plays to kind of reiterate the things I'm talking about. First things first, better quarterback play. Obviously, we don't have our starting corners out there. We were rocking Eli Apple, Cater who Cater's not ready for the boundary. Cater's a slot corner. Eli Apple, he needs to be benched. I will show you the very first play I'm going to show where he just had zero effort, putrid on that end. We need better cornerback play, and that should happen with the return of Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey and Nick Needham. So we get 3 starting corners back on the team. Should really help the defense in that aspect, and also should help the pass rush be able to get to the quarterback. So there's that. Penalties hurt drives. Now, I told you guys I am not going to focus on penalties. While breaking down the film, you bet your bottom dollar was I noticing way more penalties. Hold, 65 offsides, penalty after penalty that wasn't called, but I'm not going to sit here and say, here's the penalty they missed, and here's the penalty they missed. There is obviously the interception I'm going to talk about, but I'm not giving you any penalties because it is what it is. But I will say this, regardless if it was the referees or if it was our own guys messing up, aka Lester Cotton with the hold that negated a touchdown to Tyreek Hill, they hurt this drive. For a team that was so decimated with injuries on the road, facing against the refs, they did better than I thought. If I said that to you, look, this team is not going to have 8 of their starters. They're going to be down 10-0 when it comes to penalties. The refs are going to be kind of biased towards the other team, and they're on the road. Are they going to win? You're going to say no. And then I'm going to say to you, how bad are they going to lose? You would be surprised. They actually played better than I thought or anyone else would think when it comes to that. But again, penalties did hurt drives because there was a ton of drives. Like there was a screen to Tyreek Hill, marched it down for the first down. Phantom holding on Julian Hill negated that. We ended up punting. A lot of these dumb penalties, again, regardless if they were our own or if they were phantom referee penalties, hurt drives in this game. And this was a very close game at points. Hurts evaded sacks like crazy. I'm going to show one, but on that drive where I'm going to show you one, it happened like 3 or 4 times where he should have been sacked. The Dolphins should have had in this game almost 8-9 sacks. And that's promising in the aspect of they were facing a good offensive line and they're facing a mobile quarterback. When they don't face a mobile quarterback, they're going to have and start piling up these sacks. You're starting to see all of a sudden Vic Fangio's defense is starting to pay off, especially with how they were playing against the Eagles. They played well against the Eagles on the road. So Jalen Hurts evading sacks like crazy could have had more than just 3 sacks in this game. Probably, like I said, 7 to 8 if it wasn't a mobile quarterback. Something to think about when we start to face, the Jimmy Garoppolo's if he's healthy, the Mac Jones, all of these quarterbacks that aren't as elusive when we get there. Bad snaps galore. Holy crap. Does Liam Eichenberg need to never play center again? They need to trade for a backup center on the trade deadline. I got that video coming out Thursday, but they need to do something because Liam Eichenberg pay Connor Williams. Like, I'm still iffy about Connor Williams snaps, but outside of that, he is just an elite blocker. Liam Eichenberg's got to go. I'm sorry. And the Dolphin offense converted a ton of long downs, whether it was second and long, third and long, whether it was because of a penalty or a bad play or whatever. We still converted those downs. So again, there was a lot of promising things in this game where we lost by 14, even though going into the fourth quarter, we were only down a touchdown until a certain play happened. So now that I'm done rambling, I'm going to minimize myself. These were things I noticed, but I'm not going to go into all of that stuff. But we're going to start with the one that I said with Eli Apple, because holy guacamole, was he bad. I'm going to move myself over here. I feel like that's better if I'm over here because I'm a little bit out of the way. Minimize myself. So you're going to see here, you got Eli Apple and Dallas Geodirt, whatever you call him. Watch how this man right here evades his own defender and trails Godert as he has a crossing route. This is third down. This is a third down play. There is no pep in this man's step, and he needs to be benched. Watch, right here, 33. Do you see that? Infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. So he tries to avoid the player, right? Doesn't sprint, try to get to the defender because obviously, or the offensive player, the tight end, obviously he's open, he catches it, okay, get there, sprint to him. Nope, just gonna, they'll tackle him. Yet you have Jalen Phillips who will pass rush 5-6 yards up the field and then go about another 10-15 back to make the tackle. And you have Eli Apple just trotting. Get that man off my team. Sit him down. Like, I can't. Trade for somebody if our guys aren't healthy. I don't want Eli Apple on the field anymore after seeing that. No, just no respect at all on that one. This is a play that shows that the defense at this point, because again, I think this is the Dolphins' first drive, they watched what the Dolphins were doing, and they watched how our offense was running, and they respected the crap out of the run. And that is why you need to run the ball, because these guys are going to bite on the run. We're going to PA here, play action. These guys are going to bite down, and we're going to get the pass over the top. It gives Tua enough time because of the bite. See that? Hand off. Look how far up they go. They go about, 3-4 yards up. Opens this whole field. If they did drop back, they would have already been here. Gave Tua time to find that pocket. But that jump up, starting at the 33, ending up at the 30. 3 yards. They jump up, and then they go, crap, and they have to turn back. And he's calling for help. You already see it. You got this whole field. That's why we need to run the ball. And I know that at some points in the game we were struggling with running it up the middle because they got good defensive tackles up the middle. But when we continue to run outside and Mostert started to run hard, and I will show you a play, needed to continue that because then it forces the defense to, respect the run, and then you can start pushing things over the top. So this is David Long's batted ball, and I like this because before he got injured, he was playing out of his mind. David Long kind of had a game. And you'll notice that that's a thing because even Kader Kohu with the interception, it's like they were like, hey, if you can't get to him, get your hands up. And it was a blitz called at the right time. It was a second down. Again, he calls it when he wants to. You think, obviously, it was going to line up on him, but he sends them. He sends what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He sends 6. Gets in. Bats the ball down. This is the third down fumble. And I'm trying to see who causes the fumble. We only send 4. Again, if Jalen Hurts wasn't such a mobile quarterback, this defensive front is starting to get it. See how he's like dancing around and he's waiting and he's trying to do something? I think that was Bradley Chubb who caused the fumble. But if that's a normal quarterback that doesn't have the legs, he's sacked probably right there. But the athleticism out of Jalen Hurts makes it hard. And like I said, you're going to see that throughout the game. It makes it hard. But I feel bad for those quarterbacks that we're going to face that aren't mobile. Now, this play is the smooth handoff. It seems like now every game, Tua does something where he like smooth handoff. Also, I love that they constantly have Tyreek Hill down here like he's a tight end. But like, watch the smoothness. Like, the play's nothing. I don't care about the play. I just want to show you how just he like right behind his back, he's just like, here, take it. Just the smoothness of this handoff here. It tricks the defense. It looks cool. And it's cool to be like, that's my quarterback. Look how smooth and blah, blah. But in actuality, it has a purpose because it's so nonchalant and it's so secretive that you think as a defense that it's going to the running back. Right? Because you don't see him pitch it back here. So as a defender, you're still following this. And then you realize, crap, Tyreek has it, and you're a little too late, especially when it comes to Tyreek Hill. Now, obviously, we didn't get a big chunk yardage off of that, but I still thought that was really cool. This is 3rd and long, and this is the pass to Jalen Waddle. It's a nice pass. A little bit off on the snap. You're going to see a lot of that. And I love that Jalen caught that with his hands. Up, high point, caught it with his hands. He wasn't catching it with his body anymore. He's really working on catching it with his hands. That makes me happy. Now, I don't know if Tyreek was supposed to be in that area. Yeah. I don't know if he was supposed to be in that area. He might have got pushed in that area. Or is that Mostert? That was Mostert. That might have been the same play that the interception happened on. Because that's Mostert. I just noticed that now. That might be the same play where the interception happened on. We had Mostert on the inside. You had Jalen Waddle on the outside. We'll look at that. That's, I think, the last play that we're going to look at. And this is the 3rd down. This is the touchdown. Again, we are down 3-0 at this point. This is the touchdown that's brought back. It's got time. Sees the window. Fits it in there. Now, the penalty happens here. It's now, I'll say this. If this was a Dolphin defender and this was an Eagle offensive player and you see that, you are going to want that to be called a hold. Regardless of how nonchalant it is that he like kind of just, he kind of just grabbed them and pulled them, it's still a hold. It is what it is. The refs got it right here. That right there. They got it right. Unfortunately, Lester Cotton cost us a touchdown. We could have been up 7-3 instead of 3-3, which then again, you take the end result. You add an extra 4 points on. It's 21. It's 21-31. We're down 10. Makes things different. Like I said, got to clean up a lot of the penalties. They hurt drives. This next play here is they tush push. They did it at any cost. If the Dolphins defense did their job and held them to a 4th and 1, they got screwed with the tush push. And you're like, why are you showing this, Doug? I want to show you exactly how the tush push works. For anyone who's like, why is it so effective? So you obviously, you got all your guys here. You got Go Dirt here. He is literally, and you got Brown here. So you got these 2 big guys behind the quarterback. He is literally going to take his hand and shove it right up his nose. He's going to shove it under his flak jacket, and he's going to pick him up. He's literally going to pick up Jalen Hurts and just carry him forward. It's like when you watch the defenders hit the body bag thing. Cacao, you know what I'm saying? He's just going to pick him up and just move him. Watch. Jalen Hurts, I'll tell you when Jalen Hurts' feet aren't on the ground. Ready? Right there. Jalen Hurts' feet are not on the ground. And Dallas Goedert's job and A.J. Brown's job are to push this man as forward as they possibly can. And that's why it's called the tush push. Because you're essentially just pushing his butt. You're just pushing him forward for the first down. Why don't other teams do it? They're going to. But like I said in my recap, you learn to stop it, but the other 31 teams are going to be upset and not want to deal with this anymore, and it's going to get banned. Do I want it to get banned? No. But it's going to get banned. You just got to, everyone else is going to do it. They're just going to just push you. So then there was the third and long. There was a second and long that was negated by the roughing the passer call. Again, penalties kind of killed drives, and then they eventually got a touchdown on a screenplay. This is now the offense. This is second down. This play here is just a dot. This play here just shows the accuracy that Tua has. Just watch this play. We got Tyreek in motion. You think that's intercepted. Nope. That's caught. Like, the precision and accuracy he needed to get that ball in there in such a time is just ridiculous. I just needed to show you that. Because, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, wait, he caught it? Again, it's second down, but now you got the third down play here. A little motion here from Braxton. And you watch this, right? And you might want to call for a penalty or whatever. Again, it is what it is, even though I just talked about a penalty not too long ago. That's when he should have thrown it. Tua was just a second late because it was just a quick curl route just to get the first down. He was a second late. Drop back, look, fire. Just a second late. Boom, right there. Ball should have been out. Right there. Ball should have been out. Ba-bow! But he just waited a split second and allowed the defenders to get in there and get the ball. They wanted penalties. To me, it is what it is. Now we have the third down play. This is a third down play, and this is the one I'm talking to you guys about where I'm saying Jalen Hurts, if he was any other ordinary quarterback that we're going to face, whether it's, you can even say like Dak Prescott or whether it's, whoever else, this is probably a sack. But he's just so evasive. Like, it should have been a sack. Right there. Over pursued. And it's just like, and this happens on this specific drive. This happens 3 more times. One of the time, it happens on 4th down. Where it should have been a sack, but just Jalen Hurts is just so, like, good with his legs. It was hard to bring him down. And that's one of his traits. You got to be able to contain him. I said that in the preview. You got to be able to contain Jalen Hurts and not let him move around with his legs. This is a nice stop by Jerome Baker here. Jerome Baker's got the neck pad, and I think he looks BA. I don't want to curse. But watch him play this. I was very happy with this one. Watch him play this. That's the Baker I want to see, right? Baker goes to the outside, thinking it's possibly an outside run. He's still keeping his eye on the running back, Gainwell. And he realizes at this point here, it's not going to the outside. Gainwell cut it to the inside. So what does he do? He cuts it to the inside, hits the gap, and makes the tackle. And looks badass with that neck pad. And the tape, Like, look at him. Badass. So I just want to show you that because that's the Baker I like to see making those plays. So now this is the second down play. We are now officially down 17-3, I think we are. Yeah, we're down 17-3. So do you guys remember before how I was like, we got those long downs and distances where we were converting a big bunch of them? Well, this is one of them because before this play, we had the second down play, which, you're down 14 points. And you decide we're going to run a play where Cedric Wilson's going to pass the ball. Why? No, just don't. So now you're third and long. You got to convert this to stay in the game. Tua has time. Great. I will say this, right? Outside the numbers, got the ball to him. Anticipatory throw, if that's even a word. Because he threw it here, expecting him to be here. But look at the catch by Cedric Wilson Jr. And got his feet in. It's a great throwing catch. Tua has the time. You got offensive linemen waiting to block people. They sent only 4. You got all these defenders back here. This is like a 3rd and 15. And he makes the catch. Beautiful. Beautiful. You add on top of that, you want something more beautiful? Here you go. I just couldn't be thrown any better. Absolutely beautiful. And Tua knows, right? He sees the safety over here. It's going to be man, and then you got the safety. He's going to drop back, right? They're going to double cover Tyreek Hill. You can hit these guys all you want. You can hit most of it all you want. We're going to double Tyreek Hill. You're not going to be able to throw it to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill goes outside, cuts it back inside. This is when Tua throws it. Right there. He knows. He's been playing with Tyreek now long enough to know you're shoulder to shoulder with Tyreek, he's gone. You have a bad angle on Tyreek and your feet are planted, you're not catching up. I got him. Right in the breadbasket. Beautiful throw, beautiful route. Now, this is Jalen Phillips' sack right before the half. I'm showing this because I love Jalen Phillips, and also that man is starting to... He's getting more and more healthy. His snap count, they're holding him to a snap count, and they're slowly releasing it. And watch this man just run through 2 offensive linemen. Just didn't give up. We're not going to talk about anything else besides the fact that he just... Look at this, both of them. Just ran through him and made the sack. And then he did that. I was like, ooh, don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. But I see him coming along more and more. So that happens. Then again, like I said, we march down the field. We get a call holding on Julian Hill on a screenplay to Hill. And then this is the second and long. This is a pass to Savon Ahmed. I think, this is what I think. This is a wide receiver, this is caught. If this is a more athletic running back, this is caught. Because if you notice here, I told you guys I wasn't going I told you guys I wasn't going to say anything about penalties. I didn't notice this until watching it now with you guys as I'm recording this. You're not allowed. First off, the ball's on the 52. 51. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have from the 51 to the 6. You can't touch. You could touch, you can jam, you can do whatever you want within the 5 yards. Outside of the 46 yard line, you can't touch them. That's illegal contact. I'm not gonna say it. I just noticed it now. But that kind of slowed him down, right? Kind of slowed him down here. But you got to get your hands up. Gotta get your hands up for that. I think if this is a wide receiver, it's caught. But unfortunately, it's not. But also, I purposely didn't pick plays where we had penalties in them that were the refs being blind, because I was like, I'm not doing that. But that's flag, illegal contact on the defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down on a second down and long. But let's move on. So we forced them to punt, and then I want to show you why Raheem Mostert is coming into his all. And I was on the AFC's round table panel last night, and Master at Works asked me if we're a finesse team. And I said on the outside we are. Like on the wide receivers, we're kind of finesse. We got the speed, we got the agility at the wide receiver spot. I said, but when it comes to the running backs, no. I think the running backs are not finesse. I think they're tough. And this is a great play to show it, because look at Raheem Mostert here. Like, just fighting for those extra yardage, right? He gets contacted right here. Breaks through that. Fully wrapped up. Fighting through that. Hit by him. Fighting through that. Still on his feet. Raheem Mostert runs hard. He is a physical runner. And I've seen it. I think I have another play where I've seen it where he just won't be tackled. And he just, even Devon Achane, who is small, but I've seen him fight for those extra yardage. So, we're finesse on the outside, but when it comes to that run game, no, we're physical. This is unfortunately the drop by Tyreek Hill. It's a great play. He throws it now. What Tyreek Hill is probably thinking is he has this into the end zone. He has a lane into the end zone. So probably what he's thinking is touchdown. Right? Catches it. He's like, oh, I'm scoring on this one. And just drops it. Unfortunately, just drops it and kicks it. And that's points that are left on the field. And I think after that, with the face mask penalty, that wasn't called. And now, karma. Again, what did I tell you? Can't get to him, get your hands up. And like, how else would you explain that ball literally flying into Jerome Baker's hands if not for karma? You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows he's an elusive running back. So Cater's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to throw it? Nah, I don't think so. And just karma. Again, love the neck roll. Love the neck roll. And then they score a touchdown, so now we're down 20. So that made us 17-17. So again, add the 4 points instead of kicking that field goal with the Lester Cotton call. It is now 21-17. You know what I'm saying? And it's a kind of a little bit of a different game. They score a touchdown. It is now 21-24. See what I'm saying? It's a different game if we just cleaned up that aspect of it. Now, this is the drive where, unfortunately, we throw the interception, and we're just going to break down a few plays off that, and then we're done. So we're going to start with this beautiful rollout. Move the pocket. And it's like he knew. Like him and Cedric just knew. Come back to that. Because to throw it with such anticipation on the run to the left is just a thing of beauty. Like, Tua was on. He was so on, except for what I'm going to show you. And then this is Tua was he was on. I don't think he had a bad game. He had the dumb interception, which we're going to look at, but I don't think he had a bad game. Liam Eichenberg, on the other hand, if I pause this right here, right? If I pause this play right here, and you have the ball right there, your instinct, if you didn't watch this game, is he's going to get sacked. He's going to fall on the ball, and he's going to get sacked, and that's the end of the play. But that's not what happened. Tua picks the ball up off the ground, places his feet, throws a pass to Jalen Waddle to get some type of yardage on that second down to make the third down more manageable with such a hot garbage snap thrown to him. And then, unfortunately, on the next play, this is the interception. Now, again, it's that same formation. You have Raheem Mostert on the inside. You have Jalen Waddle on the outside. So before, Jalen Waddle kind of ran an out route, and that's what Tua hit him with. And it seems like Raheem was kind of trying to run an out route. Apologize. Corner, out. And they were kind of in the same vicinity. Whereas this one, I wonder. And like this is when he throws it. This is when he throws it. Do you blame Tua for throwing this pass? Look at this. This is when Tua throws it. He's got everything in front of him. This is when he should have thrown it. And you're down 7. He scores at 24-24. Tries to come back to it. Can't. Armbar. Interception. But it's not a bad decision by Tua. Look at the throw. Now, should he have led him? Of course. Should he have thrown it sooner? Of course. But you also have him thrown off his back foot because he has a defender in his face. But you also have holding on the defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down, not called. Is what it is. Is what it is. Can't cry over spilt milk. On to the New England Patriots. But like I said, there's a lot of good to come out of this game. There's some bad, but there's things that we could definitely build on. Things that I could see the team getting better with, especially with the starters coming back. But comment below, let me know what you guys think. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about penalties, and I threw a few in there. It was by accident, I promise. I did not expect that one to pop up on me. But comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the pick video. Thursday, you're getting your trade deadline video. Friday, preview. And Sunday, we're taking on the Patriots. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. The Fins out.